Hello, my friends. So this is episode 4 of Red Flags, and it's going to be a little different. Basically, I've taken several clips from several videos that were uploaded between last episode and what we're going to be covering next episode, because next episode is after they've moved in together and they actually start vlogging and doing things together. So we'll bridge the gap between what was going on last episode and what's going to happen next episode. And I just took a bunch of funny and interesting clips from all those videos. I'm not really hunting for red flags in this one necessarily, but there are some. We're going to find some. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. This is going to be a little different than we're used to because it's several videos all kind of smooshed together into one, preparing us for next episode. And just a couple reminders, when I say red flags, we're talking about any kind of narcissistic tendencies or something you would find on like the NPD symptom list. Anytime Amber makes fun of Beck, or anytime Amber blames Beck for something. And the second reminder, as always, this was recorded before Beck changed their name. I will be referring to them as Beck for the entire series. So, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie. So if you'll remember in episode 3, I covered a little bit of the fallout between Amber and Rafe. And basically, Rafe went and talked to Eric about Amber. Eric told Amber about it, and Amber got mad, and they were not friends anymore. At some point, Amber and Rafe become friends again, and of course, Amber is such a victim and a martyr and a hero for giving Rafe a second chance. But let's just hear what Rafe had to say before they became friends again, because it could be argued that Rafe really didn't need to be doing this on live, right? Talking about Amber. But, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we know now is true. So let's hear what Rafe has to say, and then we'll go to the part where Amber freaks out about it, and then we'll go to the part where they become friends again.
I was high. I was tripping pretty hard, and I talked about her because I didn't feel like I knew her. Even though I had spent so much time with her, I didn't feel like I honestly knew amberlynn, the real amberlynn, and that's what we were talking about. And he went and ran his mouth, and yeah, when we went to Pride, from our house all the way to Lexington and back, she only gave us like $10 for gas, and we bought her water and snacks and stuff, and she was like, "Oh, is 10 enough?" And Hannah just looked at me, and I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then the next time we stopped for gas, Becky filled up the tank. Would I trust Amber to take care of my animals? No.
So it's this kind of stuff where, the chat was just kind of making fun of Amber, and Rafe was just kind of agreeing with him because she had had enough of Amber, right? She was just tired of Amber's bullcrap. So Amber was not happy about that. Of course, there's a lot more information on all of this, and this is a Salty Crab video, and she does amazing work doing all the research and stuff. But the only reason I'm bringing any of this up is because right where we are in Red Flags is when this is happening. This is happening in the middle of what we're doing.
But it turns out that Rafe was saying that she doesn't like me, and that just all these really mean things about me, that she doesn't know who I really am. And I sat there days with her telling her who I was, and we got to know each other. It was just very easy with her, it felt like. And even you guys seeing us on YouNow together, you guys are like, "Oh my God, you guys have like a great connection." Like, that's how I felt. Like, we were really good friends. And she completely was talking shit about me. And I know a lot of people are like, "Well, Eric was saying bad things." No, Eric told me to my face what he said. He said that, yeah, I'm a question mark. He's wary of me. He doesn't know if he likes me because he doesn't know me. It's like little things that she would do. Like, I'm now very clear and like very like, okay, yeah, Rafe was fake as fuck.
So it sounds like what Eric did was sit there and listen to Rafe be like, "Man, I can't read amberlynn. She's kind of an enigma. She annoys me," and all this stuff, thinking that he is trustworthy. And he's sitting there going like, yeah, yeah. I hear you. Okay, bye. And went to talk to Amber and was like, "Girl, you're kind of an enigma. You're kind of hard to read. But you know what Rafe said? Man, you would not believe. She hates your ass," and just stirring the pot just to cause drama. It seems like that was Eric's MO, was just to try to pit people against each other. And I think it was just for fun. So Amber was not happy about it. They hated each other. Rafe and Amber hated each other for a little bit. And then shortly after that, I'm not sure exactly what the time frame is, the time span. I'm guessing it's a couple of weeks. This gave Amber a great opportunity to play the martyr and the victim and the person, the hero, the gracious friend who gives second chances.
On my list is Rafe and I. So many of you are extremely upset that I have kind of forgiven Rafe, moved on, and created another friendship with her.
So think about that. She's saying that the viewers are just really mad at me for giving Rafe a second chance and for forgiving her. You buy that?
Rafe knows this, Hannah knows this, Becky knows this, everybody knows this, but I am the type of person that gives second chances, but during the second chance, that doesn't mean things will ever be the same. The friendship that Rafe and I used to have, or at least that I thought we had, is nothing like the friendship we have now. Sadly, I used to consider Rafe one of my best friends, but then the whole hogwash happened and...
Real quick, a lot of people have mentioned it's weird that she's all of a sudden saying hogwash. Where did she hear that? But this is 2017, you know? Now, obviously, she doesn't say it much, and she never really has until recently. But yeah, she said hogwash back then.
No longer did I think of her like that. Her and I have sat down and talked for hours and hours and hours about the whole situation. It took me a while to forgive her, but I really, really do believe in second chances. I have actually given several people second chances, and they have never turned their back on me again since then.
So a couple of things with that. Number one, have you ever heard a situation where Amberlynn says that she needs to be forgiven? Think of how many friends, how many relationships, how many people have come and gone out of Amberlynn's life. And has she ever said that she was the one that needed to be forgiven? No, of course not. Other than when she claimed that she broke Jade's heart and needed to be forgiven for breaking Jade's heart.
I really hurt her after we broke up by falling in love with someone else. I hurt her a lot, and I take accountability. I obviously just could not control falling in love with someone else. I very much fell in love. I did. And it just was really hard for her, and it became hard for me, and it became a very big mess. And it just really went to show like how much she did love me. It was mutual. Like, I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that I have to. I realized this isn't mutual.
She's always saying, I've forgiven them. I'm giving them a second chance. Even when she takes accountability, it's rare that it happens, but even when it does, it's blamed on other stuff, and she never actually takes accountability, but she never thinks she has done anything wrong. And then the other thing is, I love how she says, I've given so many people a second chance, and nobody's ever turned their back on me after that. Almost like they realized how important my friendship was. And they realized that they could lose me if they do it again. Me offering them my priceless friendship made them realize just how great I am and how important it is that they keep my friendship. But I also want to say, I'm looking at her like current videos, her modern videos, and I'm thinking, where are all those people? I think the only person that she kind of secretly still talks to is Eric. And I'm going to tell you, given what we know, because we haven't really even met Eric and Ricky yet in the videos, like barely. Eric is not the type of friend that I think I would want to have, right? He's a lot like Amber. So maybe that's why she likes him, because they're just alike. So anyway, so she goes on about, forgiving Rafe and giving her a second chance and stuff like that.
Okay, so yesterday I did nothing but pack. I was going to vlog me packing. I know a lot of people are like, Amberlynn, are you gonna do moving vlogs? And I don't really know if I'm going to. So the plans for today is me and Becky are going to a wedding, and then we're probably gonna come back here and do some more packing.
Do you think she's gonna film at the wedding? That'll be interesting. She did film the wedding and post it to her YouTube channel. There are kids here. I'll blur them out. But whoever this is, do you think this person expected her wedding to go on to Amberlynn Reed's YouTube channel? Where now, this person is now associated with Amberlynn Reed. That sucks. Now, I don't know who this is. So this could very well be somebody who was totally fine with Amberlynn filming the wedding and posting it to her YouTube channel. And I'm sure somebody out there will know who this is, but I don't know. It just seems strange. If I was getting married and Amberlynn was at my wedding, I don't know that I'd be real thrilled that she posted it to her YouTube channel. So I don't know. Just thought it was weird. So here we see a rare moment of Amberlynn actually helping get boxes and just do some work. And they're getting boxes because she's about to move. And you might be wondering, where is she moving? Well, I'm glad you asked. So at this point, late August of 2017, Amber was living on her own. And as you saw, they were getting boxes and, you know, kind of getting prepared for the move and packing and all that stuff. And Amber was pretending like she was helping pack. No, she was helping with boxes, so, you know, whatever. And I was thinking, I wonder where she moved. Well, again, they've been together for a few months, and let's hear the explanation of where amberlynn has moved.
Couple months before my lease was up, searching and searching and searching and searching and searching for apartments that were pet friendly for 3 animals. I had literally no luck. I then decided, okay, how about I rent a home? So I would search houses that were pet friendly for 3 animals, and I had no luck again. I seriously could not find.
Notice you, and I had no luck. You know, we saw amberlynn do an April Fool's joke that was uploaded on April 2nd.
I don't want to be a YouTuber. Thankfully, I have a job lined up, so we're good. Like, I did the interview. It was hecticana.
And I mentioned in that we can look at the way she's acting in that moment when we know for a fact that she was lying, right? Or, I mean, it was a joke, but she was not telling the truth. And we could look at her facial expressions, the way she's talking and the way she's sort of communicating, and kind of use that as a litmus test going forward. Well, just listen to this.
I would search houses that were pet friendly for 3 animals, and I had no luck again.
And I had no luck again. First of all, really, no houses, no apartments, nothing that was pet friendly. Okay.
I seriously could not find anywhere. I wanted to move closer to Becky. Her and I are in a relationship now, and her car is not doing good. So it was very hard for her to go back and forth to visit me. And there were just like nowhere. There were no apartments, no houses, no trailers. I even got desperate and said, I'm not saying anything's wrong with the trailer, but I even got desperate and was like, okay, I'll rent a trailer if I have to. I don't want to get rid of my animals. I love them so much. I couldn't find anywhere. I couldn't even find anywhere that allowed 2 animals. And I was like, what the fuck?
So, couple things. She's got that, what the fuck? You know, it's overacting. I think she is making this up. But also, just a real quick note, her fashion sense back then was far better than it is now. You know, like, this is actually decent fashion compared to this. I mean, what is this? What the hell is even that? I don't know, man. So, clearly her fashion sense has gone way downhill since 2017. That was a little side tangent. So anyway, I just think she's lying about not being able to find a house or apartment or anything that was pet friendly. And you're going to see why in just a second.
Like, what is wrong with animals? Seriously. As the time kept on ticking, I couldn't find anywhere. I didn't know what to do. Becky offered me to live with her, and I took her up on that offer, and I said, okay. I really enjoy being around Becky. I'm not saying I'm gonna live here forever, because I'm not gonna live here forever. I personally do prefer living by myself, because now I have.
Okay, she prefers living by herself, you guys. So I'm guessing what happened was amberlynn just wanted to move in with Beck. She needed a caretaker. She needed somebody to do everything for her. And so when Beck was like, hey, how's that house hunting going? Or how are you finding anywhere to live or anything like that? And Amber was like, I mean, no, I just can't find anything. I'm just stumped, you know? If only there was somewhere I could live. If only there was somewhere I could live. And Beck said, you can live with me. And she goes, okay, you know, because that was her plan all along, was to get Beck to ask her to move in.
I have 2 roommates, which I adore. I like them both a lot.
So, and the 2 roommates are Eric and Ricky, which we're going to meet here shortly.
I like to be able to walk around naked, and I can't really do that here. The issue with here is I wasn't even allowed to have 3 animals here.
So that sort of proves the point that it really didn't matter. She doesn't seem to care. Like, if her current situation doesn't allow 3 pets, but she still has 3 pets, then why does it matter if the next place allows 3 pets?
I will not get rid of my pets. I will not. And I really did not want to separate Rarity and Wasabi. I was allowed to have 2 pets.
That didn't age well, did it? Didn't want to separate Wasabi and Rarity. I mean, it happened. You know, can't go long without showing you that she's eating.
So you know what you want exactly? Would you do leather though?
I don't understand the tiny backpack. It makes her look ridiculous.
Ooh.
See, I want something that's shaped like that. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, yeah, that's nice. $100 a month.
She has the weirdest toes. Do you get tiny little stubby toes from being fat? Is that what it is? Because those look like really short toes. That's so weird, man. Minus 0.8. Woo! That's pretty cute. Twinkie loved Beck.
Good news, Becky actually went to the doctor 2 days ago about her foot, and he cleared her to go back to work on Monday, so that's good news for her. I guess that's good news for like the both of us equally, so she can start having a steady income again.
What job did Beck have at this point?
Oh. That's creepy. Oh my god, look how creepy. Do you see how it looks? Y'all, we found Annabelle Wakata. Look at the front of her. Look at her. Which one do you guys think is prettier?
I think they're having an argument.
Which 3 dolls do you think is the
That's not the one up top. Like legit, she's crying. She has.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, she has.
Hi guys. Hi.
Bye guys.
Got to get her little selfie look in. Obsessed with or preoccupied with personal appearance and vain was one of the NPD symptoms, just being overly vain. I mean, this is a great example of that.
Peter, move!
Peter!
Peter.
Peter! Peter!
Peter! Oh my gosh, look how cute!
Peter! Get out of the road!
Just don't understand, like, I don't know. I don't understand things like, why is like gas so high? I don't like, I'm doing a move vlog. I'm talking about problems in my life. Gas is so high.
I know. Why is there not enough pizza?
Why is there not enough pizza?
Why is there not enough pizza?
So this is what I was talking about when I was saying that Eric and Amber get along real well and are a lot alike. I don't know. Their approach to the camera is pretty similar. So just watch.
What are you even doing?
Vlogging?
First thing she does, you know, and then watch him whenever he gets to kind of hold the camera, gets in front of the camera in a second. There you go. See?
Stupid looking. My hair looks awful. No, it does not. Okay, we're eating.
I didn't even get it, did it?
I don't know. Who are we?
We're a couple, don't you know?
Oh yeah, we're married.
Yeah, we're married.
So did you hear that? Who are we? Oh, we're a couple, didn't you know? And she says, oh yeah, we're married. So yeah, this is just to show that Eric and Amber got along really well back then and probably still are at this point. And again, I don't know much of the Eric and Ricky lore. I jumped into the rabbit hole after they were gone. I'm sure that as we go, when we get closer to the end of the Beck era, we'll see them have a falling out or something. And I know that at one point, none of them were friends, but it seems as though Eric and Amber are friends again now. I don't know. And I'm not sure how people know that other than the internet works in mysterious ways. You know, we've got our sleuths out there doing the good work. But yeah, I would just be interested to know what happened. This one I just thought was kind of funny because Beck and Amber went to go see It. And when she got back, she said this.
It a little bit ago, and I'm gonna say that I used to say that the scariest movie I've ever seen was Paranormal Activity, but let's rehash that. It's actually It, the new It. It honestly traumatized me. I almost wanted to get up and leave. For some reason, I was getting really bad anxiety watching it because it's like every 5 seconds something really scary happened. I know.
So she says, I was getting anxiety watching a scary movie because so many scary things were happening. I was getting anxiety. Like, you're at a scary movie. What did you expect? If scary things give you anxiety, maybe a scary movie isn't the play, you know? And I think this is a great example of a big problem of Amber's, is she mistakes that fear, that sort of anticipation, for anxiety, right? It's no wonder she thinks she has all these mental illnesses. She thinks every feeling she has is some mental illness. So I just thought that was interesting. She got traumatized from a scary movie. And I know It is pretty scary. I mean, if you like scary movies, it's pretty good, but come on, traumatized. In this next scene, I want you to pay attention. She's going to ask Beck what they think about the movie, about it, but don't watch Beck. Watch Amber.
Okay, so what did you think of it?
It was pretty good. It was pretty scary. I mean, it's a matter of everyone else's opinion, I guess.
Yeah. It was scary.
She's going, oh, right. Well, that's whatever you were talking about for you. She's got more important things to do than listen to your bullshit. She's got to look at herself. Oh, Amber, I would say never change, but no, that's not a good idea. You should change a lot.
Scariest part in your opinion?
I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, so.
Oh yeah, I guess we don't want to spoil.
And that's the thing, right? Beck isn't always just thinking about themselves, right? So when Amber says, what was your favorite part? Beck's first thought is, I don't want to spoil it for other people. And Amber's like, oh, whatever. Okay. She doesn't care. I don't know why, but this scene just got me.
Becky is coloring this, and look how amazing it looks already. So you're going to do all of it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I personally have this when you're done?
Yeah.
Thank you! And
Beck is going to put that much effort into it. That's going to take a long time and a lot of work. I don't know if they finish it. Maybe we'll see. But, you know, it seems pretty innocuous, but what a weird thing to say to your partner, hey, you're going to put all this time and effort into this thing. Can I have it? I don't know. It just seems weird. Would you do that if your partner was working on something and you didn't like live together and they were going to be putting clearly hours and hours and hours into some project or something? Would the first thing you would think of be, I want that?
I'm actually journaling. If you guys didn't know, I actually really love journaling. So I have a bunch of just like random journaling stuff. I don't know. I haven't done it in a really long time. I'm currently doing a bucket list. Never really think about what is on my bucket list. And I feel like I probably should, because I feel like everyone should have a bucket list.
What could possibly be on her bucket list? I mean, like maybe back then she was thinking she was going to actually go and do stuff in the world. But unfortunately, Amber, that's just not going to be the case. So your bucket list should be watch Netflix, read YouTube comments, eat. I mean, I guess if it's a bucket list and you're kind of fantasizing of what you want to do, have a successful relationship might be a good one. I don't know. I can't think of much else that she can do. Complete a really hard Lego like your car. You're about to complete that. So, I mean, that's pretty good. What kind of bucket list could amberlynn actually have? In fact, let me know. What do you think would be a good item on Amber's bucket list that she can actually accomplish? Because there's not much in the world that she can actually accomplish. I'm guessing at some point she added go to a Billie Eilish concert onto her bucket list, and she got to do that. So, I mean, that's something. Most people, it's like skydive and go to Paris and, you know, get a college degree or, you know, big things that you can go and experience. And so you can say that on your deathbed that you don't regret anything or don't feel like you missed anything. That's kind of what a bucket list is for. And Amber is going to miss everything.
That's the first thing we'll disagree on is married couple.
I don't think it's the first.
So we've seen Eric at one point, but this is Eric and Ricky of Eric and Ricky. Eric and Ricky fame, right? And they are not public figures anymore, but these videos are on YouTube, right? They're public. So I don't have any problem talking about these videos. Now, I'm not going to go look for any information about them outside of these videos, but whatever they say and do in these videos, in my opinion, is fair game. So
a good sniff plus Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole equals surprise sex. Flesh-eating bacteria plus the heart of a child equals Stalin. Is that how you pronounce it? Stalin.
Do you not know who that is?
No.
Do you not?
she doesn't know who Stalin is. God, that's crazy. Like, think about the lack of education you must have to not even know who Stalin is, right? Like, I can understand if you don't know like everything that happened or have a good like grasp on the historical relevance of Stalin, right? Like, yeah, okay. But to not even know who that is, that's sad, man.
I'm gonna go with the doing it in the butt one.
Dang it.
Woo! I knew it. Show the winner. Show the winner.
I won, bitch.
Winner.
See, Eric and Amber get along really well, and I think that's why a lot of people are assuming that some of the texts and some of the support that Amber is getting in these like Trash Beck lives and stuff, where somebody is texting her saying, you shouldn't be taking this from Beck and blah, 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 and dead naming and misgendering Beck and everything. A lot of people think it's Eric, but it's clear they are a lot alike whenever they are like together. They get along real well.
They're having this weather guy out in this. It's just horrible. I don't know why they're doing this. It's really weird. Like, we could see the storm without him in it, you know? But anyways, I hope you guys are safe and okay.
That may be one of the smartest things she's ever said. I mean, that's true, right? I've always wondered, like, what is the point in having a guy standing out in the middle of a storm, like a hurricane or whatever? Like, we can see it. We don't need him out there to be like, this sucks. We know. So, you know, I hate to agree with Amber very often, but she's got a point. So if you were wondering what is on her bucket list, at least in 2017, turns out she let us know. So let's just find out, shall we?
Number 1 is I want to get happily married.
I mean, there you go. A successful relationship. I don't see that ever happening, but I mean, it's something to put on your bucket list at least.
Number 2 is reach 199 pounds.
Reach 199 pounds. Okay.
Number 3 is get a tattoo.
I mean, you could do that now. What is stopping you from doing that right now? You could do that like right now. My guess it's going to be something about, I'm so scared of needles. They give me anxiety. And you know, I mentioned the Billie Eilish concert, but this was long before that. So let's just see. Let's see who she wanted to see in concert in 2017.
Visible. Number 4 is to see Miley Cyrus in concert. If you guys
Miley Cyrus. Okay.
Number 5 is to see my brothers and my parents again.
I mean, okay. I don't know about her brothers. She has talked about a brother a couple of times. One brother wants nothing to do with her, from what we can tell. And I mean, she talked to her dad like a couple of times throughout her YouTube career. One of her videos is where she actually came out to her dad. But I mean, obviously she spends a lot of time with her mom now. So, I mean, there's that. One down.
Number 6 is to go to Bora Bora.
I know. Bora Bora, Bora Bora, Bora Bora, Bora Bora, Bora Bora, Bora Bora, Bora freaking Bora.
Yeah, for some reason, she really thinks Bora Bora is like the place to go. And I'm sure it's nice. I haven't been there, but she could go now, you know? And that's the thing is, yeah, would it be difficult? Sure. She would have to get an extra plane seat and all that stuff. But if J-Bay can go fly all over the world, then so can amberlynn Reed. The problem is she's just too lazy, right? She's too lazy to go to Bora Bora. She's too lazy to do most of this stuff. In fact, the only one that she's accomplished so far, I mean, we've got some more, but the only one she's accomplished so far is getting back in contact with her mom. But that was sort of out of necessity, right? She had lost all of her relationships. She's pushed everybody away that she's ever known. She has basically no friends left. So she needed somebody to give her rides and to socialize with, I guess, or whatever. So she had to find her mom. She had to move back home to Oklahoma where her mom was near so she could have some help. So she's too lazy to do anything else.
Number 7 is I want to do more charity work.
Okay. See, the only time Amber will ever do any kind of charity work is when she can brag about it. You know? She's not going to do actual charity work for charity's sake. She's going to do it where she can put it on her channel or just tell everybody how great she is. And even with that, she's far too lazy to do any actual charity work at all, period. In fact, the last time we saw her doing quote unquote charity work, it was when her mom and her, I guess, were putting like care packages together for the homeless. And it was basically just her mom did all the work, went and got all the stuff, picked it all out, kind of sorted it all. And all Amber did was just sort of put them in her bags, but she filmed it all so she could talk about it on her YouTube channel.
Number 8 is to get something published.
Oh man, if you have listened to any of the Scotties or her poems or anything like that, I mean, I guess you can self-publish, but okay. But her actually getting, but her ever getting like legitimately published, girl.
Number 9 is reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
She only had like 30 or 40,000 at this point. And we know that because she actually said that in one of the last videos.
I am not quitting YouTube. I love YouTube. I would be on YouTube even if I didn't get paid. Even if I didn't have almost 40,000 subscribers, I would still be here.
I mean, she got that one.
Number 10 is to get my license.
Get her driver's license. Okay, well, there you go. That is Amberlynn Reed's bucket list from 2017. She accomplished like 1.5 of those things. One was to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which she did that. The other was to get back in contact with her brothers and her parents. And she's in contact with her mom. So, and I guess one brother, I don't know. And the others, I just don't see ever happening. You know, this was 8 years ago. So, good luck with that, Amber. And here I just wanted to show a new intro. I'm not sure why she got a new one or who did it or anything, but all of a sudden she had a new intro.
Hey guys.
That was it.
Looks like this. Becky was looking at these mascaras and she's like, what's the difference? I'm like, what? And she's like, and she pointed to all these. So it makes them look longer, thicker, darker, lighter. That's what mascara is.
Yeah, I've worn mascara, but like, I would literally just grab one of these and just be like, okay, it all does the same.
No, like this one is the best. Like right now it doesn't look like it because I ran.
So Amber heard Beck say, you know, what's the difference here? And her first thought was to turn on her camera and make fun of Beck, right? Like laugh at Beck and make it seem like, what an idiot. Well, how do you not know this? I mean, and it's clear Beck is not like a makeup type of person, you know? So just, what an asshole. So this is the thumbnail for that video where they're makeup shopping and Amber makes fun of Beck. The thumbnail is saying that they're confused. So cool. And I kind of thought we just couldn't pass up this clip.
Oh gosh, there's a mirror.
So yeah, this was a little bit of a different red flags episode because it was a whole bunch of kind of clips from different videos. And even though I wasn't really hunting for red flags necessarily in this episode, there were still quite a few. But next episode is where it really ramps up the Beck era because they're going to be doing Q&As together and starting the whole process of doing videos together. So I hope you will join me for that one. And in the meantime, I appreciate you guys so much. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.